because he's doing it for the greater good. It's okay to lie as a government official. It's okay to lie as a news pundit, as a scientist, because it's for the greater good.
Do you not believe like in the moon landing? So I'm supposed to believe you about climate?
I think it's so funny how people take, well, first off, I know what I'm talking about with the climate stuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and promote.
Well, you're not the only one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think you should probably realize.
He's so like he's such an old curmudgeon. Just every little thing so far has just been complaining. It's you. This is your guest. Like, at least try to be civil. I mean, you're being civil, but like, try to be nice. Be polite.
No.
Like that there is, in the same way that there are narratives, I think you're now more awake to. The climate hoax is one that funds trillions of dollars. And we are not running out of space. You could fit the entire world if you stacked it like New York City in Dallas. So
fit. I just said it's not about.
Fit, but the point is that the hurricanes are down. The whole idea that every time it rains, it's because something bad is happening is like it's okay.
What I will agree with you on is this: the environmentalists do often lie because they have this idea, this issue is so important, and by the way, it is so important, that it's okay if we shade the truth to get people on our side. And I don't.
Sounds similar to when we were talking about Anthony Fauci, and he lied about the masks, but it's okay. It's okay. Because he's doing it for the greater good. It's okay to lie as a government official. It's okay to lie as a news pundit, as a scientist, because it's for the greater good. Not. Hey, shout out to Soul. Welcome to the party. Hope you are doing all right tonight as well.
I don't agree with that. I'm always.
You lied every time.
Well, not every time.
What was your climate disaster growing up? Mine was global warming. They don't even say it anymore.
Yep.
They don't say global warming anymore?
No, they don't. No.
Yeah, I was the global warming generation. Now we're in the climate change generation.
They say climate change. They went from global
Maybe
cooling.
Not in your bubble, but in the world they do.
No, they don't. They went from global cooling to
projection. Anytime somebody projects, we take a drink. It's like maybe in your bubble, Bill, nobody has said global warming in the last 10 years. At least not unironically.
Global warming.
They never were in global. No one was ever talking about. It was one. That's such a stupid talking point that you keep repeating. It's a zombie lie. It was one article in one magazine in one day, 1 week in Newsweek or something. Nobody was talking about global cooling. Yes.
Is that real? Global boiling? What? Come on.
Yes, we understand that the planet is always changing. That's a different story.
No, there was a whole climate alarmism via the IPCC for global cooling.
No, there wasn't.
Okay.
And that's Bill Maher in a nutshell. Well, I didn't hear about it, so it must not have happened.
There was.
But do you believe people landed on the moon?
Well, let's just back that up.
Because if you don't, then I think that's
no.
I think that really sets a standard for this discussion.
You are taking something that was a Twitter.
You can't answer it?
Joke. I'm going to answer your question, but I'm just trying because I think you should add context because.
So if you're not familiar with what they're talking about, listen to how shady Bill is being. And he's not trying to be shady. So in his mind, this is a perfectly logical and appropriate line of questioning.
What you're doing now is you're jumping away from an actual meaningful discussion about climate change and the hoax that's surrounding it and making people fearful to have children. And you're like going, well, didn't you once tweet when I said, literally, I said in the tweet, let's have some fun today. What is one conspiracy theory that almost got you and that you think like could possibly be real? And
so that's the context that she's talking about the moon. Shout out to Unwanted Foe. Welcome to the party. Call them Red Herring Bill. Facts. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the party. So the Soul says, for real, it was an actual used talking point during the extreme heat waves this summer. It was hotter. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I don't know if I heard anybody specifically call it global boiling, but I definitely believe it.
I said the one that always gets me every time is the moon landing. How come we haven't gone back? So you're taking this one tweet where people then shared the things that they think that were not really serious or political on this long thread to now apply to a conversation about climate change.
Okay, but just to be clear, people did land on the moon.
I don't know.
Okay, there we go.
I don't know.
There we go, nothing.
No,
I do know.
I just want to know why we didn't go back.
How do you know?
We did go back.
What did we go back? Wait.
Did we go back? Hey, shout out to Niklaus Luchetti. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. So we just had a claim. We had a claim made. Let's run that back real quick.
People did land on the moon.
I don't know.
Okay, there we go.
So, okay, sure, he's like, I know. Bill is on the moon as we speak. So fine, yes, people went to the moon, and that's the thing most people believe. I'm willing to believe that Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and them were on the moon.
I don't know.
I do know.
I just want to know why we didn't go back.
We did go back.
We went back. So I have something here that says the U.S. National Aeronautics and Space Administration, also known as NASA, landed 12 people on the moon between 1969 and 72 as part of an Apollo project. Despite several subsequent policy initiatives by American presidents, however, no humans have landed on the moon in the decades since. Sorry, pal. Red herring. Fail.
I don't know.
I do know.
I just want to know why we didn't go back.
We did go back.
What did we go back? What year?
To the moon?
We people on the moon?
Okay.
I'm asking
Now
a serious
who's
question. When did we?
Oh, now who's ignorant? Projection. It's you, Bill. You're ignorant.
When did we go
We
back to
first
people walking
landed-
on the moon? 69. Okay.
July 20th, 1969.
Yeah.
We went back like 10 more times.
Who went back? Who walked on the moon?
America.
No, but like, what were the astronauts' names? Educate me. Why
Who
are
the
you?
fuck remembers what the astronauts' names were?
You getting mad? You're getting mad defensive over this, Bill. I thought you knew. She just said we don't know. Well, I know. Once it said, I believe we did have Americans on the moon, but I can't say with confidence that Bill has. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that, if I remember correctly, and according to what we just read, I do think there was more people that went to the moon in the Apollo project. But that was right in the, so 69 was the first time. But then I think after 72, we haven't gone back. We haven't, that didn't happen.
It's a pretty big deal to walk on the moon.
Yep.
The first guy, and then after that, yes.
Who else walked on it?
So you don't know the name Buzz Aldrin, Bill. That's what you're telling me. Who knows the names of the men who walked on other planets? I mean, obviously the moon's not a planet, but you know what I mean.
I don't remember the name. Like another dozen.
Your phone is right there. Google it.
Yeah.
Okay. Another dozen humans walked on the moon?
Yes, Americans. All Americans.
Okay. We don't remember that.
We kept going back. Apollo 13 was the one they made the movie about. That was the one they aborted, but that was after we had landed. Apollo 11, I think, was.
I'm not talking.
So Apollo 11 was the first one, and then there was subsequent Apollo missions that people landed on the moon, but not since. So the Soul says, I do believe we landed on the moon. I do as well. I also believe that whether it was Stanley Kubrick or whoever else, that there was a lot of fake footage shot, because I do not believe that the American government would be willing to put the faith in like, I hope this works, with the space race. I think that they were ready to broadcast whatever fake BS they needed to, and it makes sense that we went to the moon, but I don't know. Multimedia Media said Elon will be first on Mars. Oh, we know that. We know that for sure. So it's definitely fake footage for many reasons. Yeah, because I mean, even politically, like, even if we were not, even if we were going to be honest about it after the fact, like, we would want to have the same effect of, we did it first, we got to the moon, and tell the Russians, and then later you'd be like, we actually didn't go. That was fake. But after the Cold War was over.
Talking about space missions. I'm talking about actual people walking on the moon.
Landing on the moon and walking on it. First of all, it is an impressive scientific feat. It's not out of the realm of, like, how could that possibly happen? It's only 250,000 miles away. They had figured out enough to be able to do it, even with these shitty computers that they had in 1969. Yes, it's risky, and we did lose people doing it. But we did do it. I mean, plainly. I mean, the idea that you could...
Can you imagine having Candace Owens on your podcast? And it's not some 5-hour thing. You're doing it for what? An hour and 25 minutes. And you've spent the first 10 minutes talking about zucchinis and moon landings. What are you doing?
Think that this was some sort of hoax.
We're gonna get
I'm
into
sorry,
it, though,
but
guys.
it colors
Don't you worry.
everything else.
I'm just saying that,
you would
like,
say.
I'm just not, like, I feel like you're just trying to find this one. Like, I've never talked about this on my show. You're literally talking about one funny tweet
It's
thread.
relevant.
It's really
It's
not
relevant
that
you won't say,
No,
absolutely, people walked on the moon. It's relevant.
I feel that you are finding an angle here to try to talk about something that I've never talked about on my podcast. I've never talked to people on a debate stage.
But it's out there. I read
it. You probably had a producer dig up what you thought were the most absurd tweets. Like, there's no way it's out.
Candace,
like you're saying it's out there.
you.
There's not even articles about this. It's so obscure that it's like literally. I mean, it said, like, let's have some fun. What are some of the things that, what are some conspiracy theories that you read that you have questions?
It wouldn't be Bill Maher without a fake sense of narcissism and smugness. It just wouldn't be him. Even when I see clips of the podcast, it's so funny because, you know, most people, like, even at my clips, will be like, oh, thanks for watching, you know, check out the whatever, I'm live. With Bill, he's just like, thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. And that's the end of the video. It's like, be inviting. You are not good at this.
About, and I was like, the moon landing.
First of all, I promise you, there is no production on this show.
Okay, well, it's a pretty niche thing. Of all the things I talk about, and I know
I do actually believe that it would be a much better show, and somebody would be like, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't be talking about zucchinis and the moon landing for the first 20 minutes."
Like, there wasn't even an article written about this about me.
I wasn't planning to talk about it.
Yeah, so it's like, how did you get here?
Because
you saw it on Twitter.
I got here. Somehow I knew it.
But how?
Because it's out there.
But it's
because
not. It's not even in my Wikipedia. Like, it's so obscure. It's so niche that I'm just, like, curious.
I don't think that's the case, because I think I read it in the.
I have never heard any opinion about the moon landing from Candace Owens, and I guarantee you, I watch a lot more Candace Owens than Bill Maher does.
Vanity Fair article about you.
No.
No?
Nope.
Well,
that's what I mean. It's not even relevant for, like, I've never ever had a single person sit down and ask me this question.
Well, then
this would be the equivalent of being like, you know, she found out her favorite flavor of ice cream was something that you didn't like. It was Rocky Road. And you're, how could you possibly think that Rocky Road is better than vanilla? It's like, why? Why? Zucchini's easy to grow, massively productive, and tasty when sliced and grilled. Good enough. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had.
Just done America a service, because we find the baseline of your thinking. I'm sorry, but that is relevant. That you don't think men landed on the moon.
No, I just said I would like. First off, what I specifically said was,
you don't know.
I want to know why. And I think even Elon Musk said this in his timepiece.
Ask him about it.
Yeah,
ask him about the moon.
He did address it in his timepiece.
I think he probably believes it happened.
But I'm just not interested in this topic, like, at all. So it's just like you just came in so fiery about something that I am not known for. That was like an obscure tweet of, like, it started with "let's have some fun," and it was in a joking manner. And suddenly you're like, how could you not believe the moon landing? And I'm like, the energy is like a little.
My apologies. I don't want this to be adversarial.
No,
thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that clip, check out the full live stream link in the bio, and catch me live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you there.